All right, here we go. We're back with the TBL Conference Championship Series, games 1 through 4. I'm here with JR again, and I'm here with Jay, Denver Dynamite GM. Welcome, Jay.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and of course, you guys are
welcome.
matched up here in the Ice Conference.
That's right. Back-to-back years. I think it went 7 last year, didn't it?
It did. Yeah.
Yes.
Denver won in ridiculous and dramatic fashion, as often happens.
Yeah. And, this year, I've learned a couple lessons. Hopefully they work. I doubt they do because my starting pitching's in shambles, but whatever.
Yeah, the roles are reversed. Last year, Somerville was the favorite in that series, having the best record in the Ice Conference. This year, Denver, second best record in the Ice Conference, but Rochester getting knocked off by Somerville last round. So that's the matchup on the Ice side. On the Fire side, we've got Virginia and Bighorn. I was looking back through the history here. Bighorn has been a consistent presence in this game the last few years. They weren't here last year, but 2 years ago they were, and they've been really solid. And of course, Virginia in a championship game just 4 years ago. So both teams have been solid on that side. Take a look at the matchups. 3-1 season series for JR. See if it means anything here.
Are the exports in?
I did, yeah. I pulled the exports.
All right, because my starting pitcher doesn't look correct, but whatever.
All right, this doesn't always look right. It's not supposed to be Delala, or?
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't say Delala. Oh no, you're right. No, yeah. You're good. Yeah,
Okay.
That's what we're doing. We're starting bums. If we're gonna get torched in Denver, we're gonna throw bums out there to get torched.
There you go.
You want to pick the right bum, though.
Yes.
And then
You
on
should see the second game starter, but whatever.
On the Fire Conference side, we've got Virginia and Bighorn, and the 3-1 advantage went to the Rams this year. So these were the two best records in the Fire Conference this year. So a rare season when the top two make it through on that side. So anything you want to add before we start this sim?
Yeah, not really. This is a new Somerville team. I had a couple guys come off of the IL, which were needed. So, they haven't played in a couple months. So that's the other problem with that. But I think we just got to go all in here. And you're going to get a lot of bullpen games, Jay. So enjoy that.
Yeah, that's a good way to go, though. You don't want crappy starters throwing too many innings. That's a big part of my strategy is getting the starters out early on my own team and trying to get the starters out on the other team as well.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll see how it plays out. Here we go. Do have to start Stats Plus here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck, Jay.
I was actually talking to Bighorn in Virginia.
Oh.
We can't both lose, though.
Do both Fire Conference teams have a human GM?
Yeah, yes. Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew's been here.
Sure.
Andrew's one of the oldest.
You never know that conference.
Andrew's one of the oldest GMs here. He's been here longer than Jay, and actually, I think Johnny's right in that same boat. Johnny got here in like 2005, 2006. So we've got some OGs in this matchup all across. All four of you have been in the league for a long time, probably 20 plus years, seasons.
Wow.
Joe Blevins starting things off for Virginia, 1-0 in the second.
Lala doing what I want him to do. Just didn't want to get ambushed going into Denver, so I had to start a guy who I trusted, who was right-handed.
You got out the great Tim Gooch, too.
Yeah.
I was messing up my Tims. I saw you post about Tim Shriver in chat, and that's who was going off last year. I thought it was Gooch.
Who cares about Tim Shriver when Reyna with a 2-run bomb?
I will trade you Shriver for him.
No. Delala's still going. I put a hook on. All right, that should be it. I put a hook on this guy.
Out there with the homer.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. I could deal with a solo home run. My strategy for Denver is instead of home runs and doubles and extra base hits, we're gonna walk you. All right. Whether intentionally or just the guy can't throw a strike, we don't care. We don't intend to throw a ball over
hit by
clear.
pitches in there.
Yeah, hit by pitches are great. We like those.
Might get a guy on the wrist or something.
Yeah. So we're in the pen already.
Yeah, Josh Price in the game. Take a look at Price real quick.
Yeah. And I have about 7 lefties and 7 righties on my staff. And Denver had an 821. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Reyna again. Denver had an 821 OPS against lefties this year. Insane.
I think we might want to rock Reyna the rest of the way.
Well, I wish there was a button for that where there really should be.
Virginia gets another on a wild pitch. It's now 2-0. They're shutting out the Rams so far. Alan Crow, 5 shutout innings. Alan Crow's been with Virginia for quite a long time. He's been pretty kind of a consistent quality under the radar type of starting pitcher.
I think the top end starters in the Fire are the best top end starters. Yep, there's another home run, of course.
Laza solo home run, 4-2.
Matty Barrels.
Left on left, Matty Barrels there.
Yeah. I often rest him against lefties, but I guess he's in there against your bullpen.
Well, I started a righty, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I will never start a. Your top 4 against left-hand pitching are insane.
Yeah.
So I don't deal with it.
Yeah, you were saying the Fire Conference starters. I mean, we don't have Kansas City in the finals here or Mexico City, but they've got some pretty good ones over there.
I will say it's interesting. Yeah, Virginia, Kansas City just are pumping out talent. Obviously, they're coming to the Ice Conference once they can't pay them over there. But yeah, a lot of talent coming out of those teams.
Chris Kempner, 5 innings pitched for the Rams was a dynamite last year, according to the.
Yeah, they have
snippet.
2 former dynamites between him and Tyler Worthen, who's also a former money line for a
Yeah.
That's how you make it in the Fire Conference. You get the Ice Conference castoffs.
It's really true. It's really true. It's amazing that the few GMs that ask me for talent from the Fire is such a small number. It's like a couple guys. I trade with Alex. That's about it.
Late in these games, 3 outs left for Denver in game 1, down by 2 here.
Looks like Denver cut somebody down at home with the infield in. Let's see if we can close this out.
Gearing up for the Tim Gooch 3-run homer.
Yeah, I expect Alvarez to come in here. Actually, I don't think Alvarez is. I don't think he's available for this game, so this might actually work out in my favor. Snyder going 3 innings.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Moneyville, money line.
Love it. Make the merch.
Money line, take game 1 on the road. That's big. But it's early.
Yep.
Last 3 outs for the Rams. What would be a championship matchup here? I don't think Virginia has played you guys, but do you remember your championship matchups? Did you play the Rams in either of your wins or losses?
I have beaten the Rams twice already in the finals.
So one of those was 7 games, I think.
Finals again.
Yeah. At least one. That'll do it. Virginia takes game 1, 2-0. So 2 road victories to start things off in the conference championship.
The best.
On to game 2. I'm gonna step away, so I'll let you guys cover for a sec.
Yeah, we've lost to Huron and San Diego. Huron twice and San Diego once.
You're 0-3 in the finals, huh?
Yeah, it's, and in real life, that's actually not horrible, but I think we've turned sports in real life into something where it's a zero sum. You got to win a championship thing, but 3 pennants in baseball history is a good thing.
Yes. Yeah, agreed. In a 25-year stretch.
Yeah, it ain't too horrible.
This dude that I have pitching came out of nowhere. Elizalde, he was a 15th round pick who throws like 82 miles an hour and never walks anyone and never gives up any home runs.
Yeah, I saw his a game plan for all the pitchers, and he also holds runner he's an annoying pitcher to game plan for.
That's funny. I pay zero attention to the whole
good
stat. Like I do not look at it even ever.
Yeah, don't look at any. See, the greatness of my strategy is that I can pitch anybody at any time.
They're all equally mid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We just throw anybody out there. The guy I had out there had an 8 or 9 ERA in the regular season after spending a lot of time in the minors. But he does 2 things that I love. He walks people. He's wild. He throws hard. And, he's not supposed to do that, but he does a good job of not giving up home runs. Matty Barrels.
Yep.
Look, I guess we got to pay attention to Bighorn a little bit here or there.
Oh, yeah. Who's that? Vinny House?
Single? Oh, man, Vinny House. Love me some Vinny House.
Yeah.
Former money line minor league stud.
Oh, Paul Step. Look at that.
Stud young catcher.
Yeah, they tried to trade him to a million people. Nobody, for lots of money. Nobody wanted him, and he turned out to be pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Can I say here, Bob Smith with the solo home run in the 3rd. The Fire Conference has the best players with like the most generic names that you'll never remember. It's been a thing. Who's that Hall of Famer? He's like right on the edge. Can't even think of his name right now.
Barely even know his name.
Joe Johnson or something. You should edit his name to make him more appealing.
Yeah. The OKC guy.
It's hilarious. We were talking about him being a Hall of Famer, and Paul asked me if I've ever heard of him before, and I was like, nope.
Right. There's the double whammy of a Fire Conference player with a nondescript name.
He was like top 10 in like everything.
Think about him.
Yeah.
I did like your idea from a few podcasts back about doing some kind of veterans committee or whatever to get some of those guys in that otherwise have not.
Yep. If we hit 2030 and we're still a functioning league, we'll think about doing that. We'll look at the 25 plus years ago era. There might be nobody for a minute, right, from those first 5 years, but I think that'd be a good way to go. Once it hits like 25 years, like we can look at some like players.
Yeah, the guys that have half a career because they show up, they're at their peak at age 28 when the league starts, and they're like really good for 6 years, but then they don't get any notice for their counting stats.
Yeah, I mean, a couple guys got in the Hall of Fame that way, I feel like, and they kind of brought down the median metric a little bit because of that. But Berlaza error, Denver extending the lead 4-1.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the relievers a little bit more because I think there's 1 or 2 that should be in, but I don't know. We got to set a standard for certain positions to get in because they're just not going to get in because of war. People just vote on war like Jay, and and there's other.
It is hard to when there's certain positions that should be highlighted or judged differently, and that's super hard to do on a big list like that, I think. But
yes,
Rams busting it open.
Though, look at that. Even outside of war, like to get in as a reliever, I feel like you got to be like the best in the league. your Mariano Rivera types. I don't like the Billy Wagners of the world getting into the Hall of Fame. I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's 7. I want to say 7 Hall of Fame relievers in that universe, the MLB universe, and
Is that it?
it's all because of
Jeez.
team success mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that low. I mean, also relievers weren't really a thing until later in baseball. Like starters used to go forever, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even remember when the save started. It wasn't like super early. It was like 70s, 80s, right?
Late 60s or early 70s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got some weird ones. I know Bruce Suter's, and I mean, it's just it's mostly team stuff more than anything. Look at Denver. All right.
Yes. The relievers.
The
with
MLB Hall of
the
Fame is a
sleeper
joke,
hold.
though. Anyways, so yeah, Denver gets the win, 4-1,
Yes.
and the
I'm
Rams
just
are
happy
gonna
we got
roll
out of
to a
there
win.
1-1.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have 2 1-1 series here. We'll speed this back up to 40 to finish this game. We should talk about. Let's see what happened here. Schaefer had a big 2-run single. Bostic had a two-run single in the 7th. So the
Rams
Rams.
a guy I always look at.
The Rams have
as
looked
a-
super. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the Rams have looked super dangerous this postseason. They've been scoring a lot of runs and not giving up a lot of runs.
Well, that's part of it. I was about to say Schaefer was a beast. He's been I'm looking at his postseason numbers now. He's played 114 postseason games,
Wow.
and he's got a 144 OPS plus, 28 home runs. It's he can carry you in the postseason. He's having a monster postseason right now.
Yeah, I feel like I've called his name a lot over the years on these streams.
Yeah.
Game 3 we go. Tied at 1. Nick Henson on the mound against Dan Sonneville. We've got Jacob
Oh, wow.
Higginbottom against
Look at the old
Tyler
school matchup.
Worthen.
Yeah, how about that?
That is kind of funny
Just
looking
as
at
good as
Worthen.
they were in their prime.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
I
Worthen
was
played
not
for
letting Sonneville pitch in Denver to turn to dust.
Worthen's played for 3 of the 4 teams still alive in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Worthen and another guy I have, Sobieski, were quite good for Denver. And then, really, as soon as they turn 30, they're done.
That's the dilemma when these guys, especially with the 5 years of service time and the limit of 5 years on the contract, you can't really stretch a guy past those years on a nice right-sized contract.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really signing any pitcher who's 30 and above to a 5-year deal, you're just asking for regression at the end.
Yeah.
I wish that wasn't the case. I wish we had a higher cap on the back end, and that's probably somewhere in the settings. But like I know most
I don't have a
guys.
problem with it.
I think most guys should regress that way, but I wish there were more gems
Yeah.
that played like into their late
Well-
30s, because there's a couple of guys like that in the pros. We had a couple.
No,
we had a
there-
couple
there are
early,
guys
but
that-
do you think there are like
Andre
right now?
Crawford was
Yeah,
great
Crawford
until he
is-
was
that's true.
58,
That's true. Yeah.
We have the right number of guys going and having long careers. The league is, as far as pitching, is actually healthier than obviously real life.
Clutch play there.
Yep. Remember, 100% of pitchers in their pro careers, whether it be in the minors, majors, they go on the DL.
Yeah. I feel like
They don't.
I just feel like our league
avoid
was, and maybe this is made true with the majors too, but I just feel like our league is extremely young when I was looking at like the average age of every team.
Yeah, that is true. But because like we're smart enough people that we know. Well, first of all, you can look at the numbers, you can look at the ratings and be like, okay, well, this guy is 23, he's got the same ratings as this guy who's 31. Well, I'm going to take the guy who's 23, right? But so it's sort of artificially skews towards a younger age related to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. All right, we've got a scoreless game in the bottom of the 6th in Somerville. Just 1 hit for the Dynamite right now. Dan Sonneville pitching pretty well. Only 2 strikeouts, so it's really it's been a game in the field. The
we're into
Rams. I was just gonna
We're
say
to
the
that
Rams
back
up.
end.
Rams up 3-1, 2 home runs and a double in the fourth and the fifth after Virginia got out to the 1-0 lead on the Vinny House double. So 3-1 over there. Sorry, what were you saying, JR?
I say we're to that talented back end of the Denver pen.
Yes, yep. Both into the bullpen at this point.
Yeah, Tarver was it's interesting. He did, Jay, you did that perfectly because the guy can only pitch 60 innings a year.
Yeah.
So
he's definitely
now he's a dominant reliever who hasn't thrown a regular season pitch.
Right. Yeah. You just got to work around the injuries, right? Just time it perfectly. What happened with him this year for me, for the third or fourth consecutive year that I've traded for him at midseason or signed him to some stupid contract, is he decided, or the game decided, that he could no longer be a starting pitcher, which is fine. So now he's just an ace reliever instead.
Andy Garcia, 3-run homer.
Got Barker.
Still nobody out guy in the seventh.
Don't know Manny Garcia. Is he a guy?
Let's take a look.
He's a left-hand. Like he's in this. He's a good shortstop, Garcia. I have a lot of shortstops, but he's the guy who can hit lefties. I mean, there's a couple that can, but he's really killer against lefties.
He only had 7 home runs on the season, but he's had 2 here in the postseason.
Yeah. He can't hit righties. That's a problem. That's a big problem. So when I see a back of the bullpen like yours, I gotta have these guys primed.
Yeah, that sort of just happened by accident. I didn't mean to stock up on lefties. It just happened that those were the guys that were available.
Yeah.
Jamie Founts singles in Cox. Virginia gets one back. They're down by 1 now. Team's been feisty late in the playoffs. First and third, 1 out. Bowler at the plate. Mike Bowler.
Is a Denver prospect, I think, way back when.
Kyle Ivey, 3-run home run after Bowler strikes out. And the Rebels take the 5-3 lead.
The talented shortstop.
Lead off double for Denver.
Yeah, this is where it gets kind of hairy because exactly
There's one.
They're going to start tacking on runs in the 9th inning. It never fails. It never fails. Lake, a monster against lefty, this guy Lake.
Oh!
Can't get it done. Somerville wins 3-1.
Well, we had you where we wanted you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
It's a 2-1 series lead. Second and third, nobody out for the Rams. And they tie it up. Chris Stewart singles them both in. So this game is even again. Running for more. Schaefer at the plate. 2 down. But he strikes out onto the 8th, or bottom of the 8th we go.
Series over there in the Fire Conference.
Myers had triple, a huge, I mean, a very entertaining. Wow, there's Virginia. Very, very entertaining playoffs.
This guy's last name, Anagnostopoulos.
Who's? I thought you were talking about Cox because you seem to have a problem with phallic references in this game.
How's this guy not on my team?
I just like roosters, that's all.
Virginia, Mesa with the triple, Cox with the double, and they're up 6-5 in the 8th. Man on third, 2 down. Jamie Founts grounds out. I think Jamie's going to be a future Hall of Famer. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Finding his way to winning
winning.
situations at the end of every offseason.
Yeah, he's just a winner. Some guys are just winners.
Yeah.
It helps that he's really good.
Well, if I was a losing team, just a team I would have a guy like that in my locker room or system or whatever, just to.
That'll do it. Virginia takes
it.
game 3 at home, 6-5 in a close one.
All right. Well, let's see if Jay goes all Steve and Somerville can, take it to 3-1 and just have him not export.
I'll export. Don't worry.
All right. Well, all right. Hate watches these. I guarantee it. He's not.
Yeah, I do enjoy a good Steve series. They're always fun one way or the other.
Yeah, they're fun because he never wins them. But
that might be part of it, yes.
Yeah. But eventually he's gonna start winning, and it's gonna be pain for the rest of us.
He'll still say he hates his team and try to trade everybody.
Well, he's going to move.
Sort of half try to trade everybody. Say he wants to trade everybody.
He's going to move him to Kannapolis very shortly or something.
You're running out of Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Maybe there's a Somerville, Maryland that he could move to.
Early lead for the Rams. Mike Copeland singles in 2. Ryan Kelch singles in Copeland 3-0 in the first, and they're threatening for more.
The Mad Rasta Vanita on the round for Somerville.
Yeah, that's a name.
He's out.
Yeah, one of my favorite pitchers.
He's out of the inning.
He's an Iron Man, so we always like starters who are Iron Men who just never get injured. And I'm not, if I jinx him and he gets injured, I release him, so it's all good.
Bobby Bradford, my guy, has been around for a million years.
Yeah.
He's a guy that I traded to Las Vegas when he was nothing, and of course he was amazing after that.
Yeah, he's an example of maybe not an aging star, but like a guy that's lasted a long time. So I guess 36.
Yeah, he's been like consistently okay for the last 6 years or so.
Porter gives the Dynamite a 2-0 lead, and Schaefer extends the lead for the Rams with the solo home runs, 4-0 there. Ryan Kelch leaves the game with an injury. We can scope that real quick. 1 week, bruised shoulder, not too bad. Mesa singles, Cox singles, 4-2. The Rebels get 2 back. And the Rams unloading in the 4th inning here.
Crazy. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Here's the Somerville strategy. Walk a guy, hit a guy by pitch.
Double play here, right? Something. Strike out. Nah.
There we go.
Didn't work out.
Evan Pienta. Gooch.
Ay. Didn't want to pitch to that guy. Yeah, now it's gonna be the mop-up guys.
Right. Now we can pretty well forward through the rest of this, huh?
we'll speed it up a little bit here. A couple blowouts in place. I've blown 9-run leads in playoff games before, though, so personal experience.
They brought in Sabisky.
That'll do it. Denver 7, Somerville nothing. Series tied 2-2. Rams are going to tie this one up. That's going to be a 2-2 series as well.
Yes. Entertainment. The commissioner must be happy.
For sure.
Good franchises in the conference championship series and 2-2 series.
It's funny when Chris and I were calling all these early in the TVL history, and then we got to the championship and we were live simming those. We would always root for a sweep because we didn't want to call all 7 games. So yeah, we were always rooting for a good series until the championship, and then we were like, oh, I hope it's done in 4. But because those would take 15 to 20 minutes each to call.
This time, I'm petitioning for a game level broadcast for the championship series.
I don't think it's going to happen this time, unfortunately, but maybe we'll bring it back at some point. So
all right.
Switch this back over to the playoff standings. Here we are. So I'll drop the file. I want to watch some football today, but if there's a gap at halftime or between the games, everybody's exported, or after the games, we'll probably wrap up this series.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Great to see you, Jay. It was fun.